Hey, so are you willing to do another reenactment for the show?
Oh, yes.
You are?
Yes, I'm down.
Awesome.
And people, folks, I have no idea what I'm getting myself into, so I should preface this.
But you agree? You don't even want to know what?
I agree. I like surprises.
Okay.
Okay, you want me to eat this? Oh, for Father's glory.
Bake to specifications.
Bake the specification.
Today's letter is Tsade, and the original pictograph for this letter is a mystery. Some theorize that the ancient Tsade was a picture of a bag, and that it was represented by this baggish-looking symbol here. Others believe that this was the original symbol for Tsade, and that it represents a fishhook. When it comes to investigating the original Hebrew letters, what we've learned is that most of the answers we need can be found in the words of the Bible. That's because nearly all of the letters in Father's alphabet have words in the scriptures that directly correspond to the ancient pictographs. Since there's a dispute on the symbol for Tsade, we look to the words. And in the Bible, we find several Hebrew words that help paint the picture of the original pictograph. When the prophet Ezekiel was in Babylon, Father had him lie on his side as a sign for the house of Israel. The word for side in Hebrew is Tsade. For 390 days, Ezekiel lied down on his left side, and for 40 days he lied down on his right side. Tsade is side. When we draw the letter Tsade, what we're picturing is a man lying down on his side. A few other words that illustrate the name Tsade as being a picture of a man on his side are the Hebrew words sud and Tsada. The word sud means to hunt, and hunting is an activity which often involves laying low and waiting for prey. And the word Tsada means to lie in wait. If you look at how the letter Tsade is used in Hebrew words, you'll see that it often conveys a meaning of lying down, of being laid down, of lying in wait and waiting. Waiting as a hunter waits, and also as we wait for Yeshua. One of the most amazing Paleo-Hebrew words I've ever seen is a word that's used to describe those who are waiting on the Lord, and not surprisingly, it has the letter Tsade in it. We'll talk about that word soon, but you'll have to wait for it, just a bit.
Okay, so I brought you a piece of pizza.
Oh, that'll do.
Yeah.
Do you think Easy ate pizza? Can
Well,
I eat it?
actually, yeah, you could eat it. It might not be hot. So
That's
actually, if you were to spell pizza in Paleo, you would spell it with a Tsade.
Really?
Yeah. So it would be, because it makes the same sound as tsa.
Okay.
So pei, Tsade, olive. If it was a Hebrew word, that's how you would spell it. Pizza.
Hey, Tsade,
Olive.
olive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some people have trouble pronouncing the letter Tsade, but if you think of pizza, then you should be good to go. Yeah. And actually, yeah, and it gets, you know, pizza spelled with a Z.
Right.
So the letter Tsade in Hebrew gets transliterated as a Z in English.
Oh, okay.
So that's why it's City of Zion with a Z.
Right.
But in Hebrew,
But
it's
it's
actually a
Tsade.
Zion.
Wow. Zion.
Zion.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
All right, enjoy. Thank you for your
Thank you.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you, Easy.
One of my favorites is 1 Samuel 23:26. Goes, and Saul, his name is Shaul, right?
Shaul.
And Saul went on this side, on this Tsade of the mountain, and David and his men on that Tsade of the mountain. And it's pronounced Metzade. That side, Metzade, on that side of the mountain. Shaul Metzade and David Metzade. They each chose a different side. Okay. Another great one is when the psalmist says, 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. I like the word nigh even.
Nice, yeah.
This pretty much lets you know it's definitely the side.
Yeah.
It's used for side, spoken as side. When you lay your side, when you stand by someone's side, when someone comes and stands by your side, when you stand on that side of the mountain or you stand on that side of the mountain.
Yeah.
Sadi. It's one of my favorite pictographs. Now I see it as a man laying on his side, and the way it's written looks like he's on his right side facing to my left side. That's the way I see Sadi. Now, to me, Sadi, you're on father's side. You're leaning on father. You're lying down, waiting for father's instructions. You're leaning down, being silent before the Lord when He's talking to you. You are leaning down and lying down on your side as a follower of Yeshua. You're laying down your side as you're being careful to always listen to the Holy Spirit, and you don't put your own flesh into it. Instead, you keep yourself at His side. You keep yourself on your side. Don't let your flesh rise up. That's just the way I see it. Now, there's better ways, but
that was a pretty good explanation there.
But when you love Father, that's pretty much the way it feels.
Yeah.
Maybe I explained it in the field way more than more than teaching, but sometimes I go on a rant. We love Father here.
We're on His side.
We're on His side, which brings me to we have a king, and we are on His side, and our king is on the side of Father, our Creator. So let's go over His name. This is the King of righteousness, the righteous King, Melech Tzaddik. Melech Tzaddik. Now in English they call him Melchizedek.
Yeah.
And but it is Melech Tzaddik, the righteous King, Tzaddik.
Yeah.
So you cannot use the word righteousness without Tzaddik, without being watch. You could be on your face, and you're on your front side. You could be on your back if you're knocked out by an angel, for example. Oh, yeah, angels show up. Sometimes you knock out. They have to bring you back. So you could be on your back side. You could be on your left side. You could be on your right side. You could be on their side. You could be on Father's side. You could be on that side of the mountain. You could be on that side of the mountain. Sadi. It's definitely used for the side. And Sadi is definitely used for righteousness.
Yeah.
So, Father loves His righteous children, for sure.
So one thing that's interesting is he says in a couple places that He loves those who pursue righteousness. And the pursuing part is a nice way of saying it in English, but in the Hebrew, the word is to basically hunt it down, Like you are a robber looking for a victim.
Wow.
You hunt down righteousness. It's something that you chase after.
You you get up early in the morning and pray before the devil can say good morning. That's what you got to do.
Yeah.
And then you got to remember when the temptation comes, you got to always listen to Father. You got to choose it. You got to want it. You got to pursue it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Father loves those who pursue after righteousness, who seek it.
Yeah. A point related to pursuing and chasing down righteousness. This is something that you had actually explained to me many, many, many years ago. Because there's this verse that it's something that Yeshua said. Since the days of John the Baptist, the kingdom has suffered violence, and the violent take it by force.
Yes. Those who work hard at taking the kingdom, violence means aggressively going after it.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean killing people.
Right. No,
in the name of
it's
the
along
Lord.
the same lines as
Yeah.
pursuing righteousness.
And it doesn't mean demanding people. It means you pursue it hard. You pursue it with a high passion. That's probably a better way of doing it. A very aggressive, high passion, seeking it above all other things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, you know the word harpazo in Greek that's used for
Rapture?
the rapture.
Uh-huh.
Lots of people believe in the rapture. We believe that he's going to hide us through what's coming, but that's a bit besides the point. It's beside the point right now.
It is beside the point.
It's
It is
beside
indeed.
the point. But that word harpazo is in that scripture. So when Yeshua says the kingdom has suffered violence and the violence take it by force, he's saying the violent, the aggressive, like the people who are pursuing righteousness, harpazo it. We harpazo the kingdom. We snatch it. Like, it's
Snatch
ours.
it.
It's
Grab
ours.
it hard.
He
Don't
wants
let go.
us to claim our position in the kingdom. So that's what we
his,
do.
As his followers, as his servants, as his children.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. That's one very clear way of putting it. And he definitely wants you on the side of the sheep, not on the side of the goats.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He wants you on the side of those who stand in the congregation and not those who will not stand in the congregation.
The concept of pursuing righteousness is found throughout the scriptures, from Moses to Solomon to the Apostle Paul. And Father calls those who love him and serve him righteous, Tzaddik. It's a bit uncomfortable to refer to yourself as righteous, but if you look at this word in Paleo-Hebrew, you'll see that it's not a measure of how good you are, but of whose side you're on. The root word for righteous is Tsade, which is the full spelling of today's letter, and Kuf, which is a picture of the sun at the horizon. This letter Kuf, the sun symbol, in the word Tzaddik, is used as a symbol for God. It's written in Psalm 84 that Yohe-Vohe Elohim is a sun and shield to us. Yeshua in the book of Revelation calls himself the bright morning star. And Father says through the prophet Malachi, "Unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings." This verse from Malachi is a beautiful gift from Father to anyone who studies Paleo, because in Paleo we can actually see the Son of Righteousness. The sun is something that is part of his creation. It's one of the things that he made to show you what he is like, and he is light. Since he is light, everything he does is light. He is therefore always on the side of light, because that is who he is. He calls those who are on his side children of light and children of the day. As his children, we stay on his side. We trust his judgments, because all of his ways are righteous. One easy way to look at it is the sun, as we see it, has a path that it takes through the sky. In the Bible, this path is called the tekufa, like the letter kuf. If you were to follow the sun's tekufa, if you were to be on the side of the sun at all times, it would always be day for you. It would always be light. It would never be dark. It wouldn't matter what time of day it was, because you would be on the side of that which is producing light. This is what it's like to be righteous. It's not easy for us to know how to always be on his side, so he leads us by his Spirit. He teaches us his ways, so we can follow him and stay on his side. This word Sadiq is also a picture of waiting on the Lord, and in particular, waiting for his day. Yeshua told us night is coming when no one can work. But after night, we know from experience every single day that after night comes the day when he who is called the bright morning star is coming to rule in righteousness. This is the day that the Sadiq wait for.
We're headed for a time of tribulation. It is determined that until the times are paid, that all the times are fulfilled in the Bible, it is determined that wars and desolations are determined on the world, okay, and on the kingdom. But during that time that's coming, listen, the psalmist said, 8,000 shall fall at thy side, thy Tsade, and 10,000 at thy right hand. Now notice, he says, 1,000 shall fall at thy side. In Hebrew, thy side is thy left. He is standing at my right side, or he is standing at my side. So in Hebrew, those that are not let's say those that you don't care about that much, your enemies in the future in tribulation, the ones on your left side that you're not noticing, they're going to fall. And the ones on your right hand side, the ones that you do notice, those will be by 10,000. And none of that shall come unto you. Not the Antichrist, not his followers, not the mark of the beast, not anything. 8,000 shall fall at thy Tsade, and 10,000 at thy right hand. On your right Tsade, 10,000. On your left Tsade, 1,000. And that's just to start, because Father protects you from what's coming. You're his sheep. He is not sending punishment on the world to punish you. It's not collective, and he distinguishes very clearly between his sheep on his right Tsade and the goats on his left Tsade. So get with it, get it together, and shalom to Jerusalem.
It's true what the psalmist said, that his servants delight in the stones of Zion and take pity on her dust. A friend brought us rocks from Israel a while back, and this is one of them. When Ezekiel laid down on his sod, it was in front of a clay tablet with Zion drawn on it. This was the faithful city, the city of the great king, Kiryat Melech Rav, the city of our appointed feasts, Kiryat Moadenu, the place of Father's name, and the land where his house, his bait, stood. It's written, the faithful city became a harlot. So Father had Ezekiel place an iron wall in between him and Jerusalem, with battering rams all around to breach its walls. Give ear to my plea, O Lord, my King. Deliver us to Zion. Many wounds and woes and troubles, He will heal my soul in Zion. When His word is home in Zion. Give ear to my plea. But before Zion was laid waste, she gave birth to a son. She gave birth to many sons and daughters in a single day. Many wounds and woes and troubles, He will heal my soul in Zion. When His word is home in Zion. Peter! Peter! Look! The children of Zion who were born on this day, and since then, are those who are born in the Spirit, as sons and daughters of our Father, and of Zion, the headquarters of His kingdom, and the place that He will call us home to one day soon. If you're His, you are waiting for this day. And if you're waiting for His day, you are Tzaddik, righteous.
Okay, everybody, now we have Lucky. He's going to show us how to use Tsade. Lucky, show us how to use Tsade left and Tsade right. That's Tsade left, Tsade right. Show us left, Tsade left, Tsade right, Tsade left, Tsade right, Tsade left, Tsade right, Lucky. No, Tsade right, that's it. Now go! Lech. Good job, Lux.
You want some butter with that?
No.
And that's a wrap for Tsade. We've done our best to lay it all out there for you. Next time around, we'll talk a little bit more about the letter Kuf. See you guys. You want some water? You could drink
No, I'm good.
a sixth of a hin.
The waters and the waters are, 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 the waters and the waters are clean, brimming with life, rescued and whole.